Hello, namaste. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Thursday, the 22nd, and Friday, the 23rd of March. So extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. Namaste, Dina. Lovely to see you. Hi, CJ. She's going to need this, she says. Well, we'll see what happens. So if you're new to watching, welcome. Hi, Chelsea. If you are new to watching, I'm going to be using my Speed of Light Oracle cards today. Surprise, surprise. And I'm going to be pulling one card for Thursday the 22nd, one card for Friday the 23rd, and one card for the theme for Thursday and Friday. I am not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. That may be everything that's shared, it may be one little thing that's shared, or anything in between. So that's okay. It doesn't have to be everything. Sometimes people focus so much on everything has to make sense when it actually doesn't. You might be here just to feel support, for example. There might be no guidance that makes sense to you. So just let yourself be surprised, basically. Try not to have an expectation that you want every word to be run true and aligned true with your current situation, because that most likely won't happen. So just take a nice deep breath. Think about breathing out the stuff that you've been holding on to, and really think about letting go a little bit more seriously in this moment. See if you can just let that old air go and let go just that little bit deeper. And as you let go and you make room then for that new air to come in and that new stuff, that new energy to fill you up. So take some really nice big breaths. Hi Adam, hi Nicole. And I will get started. So I'm looking for the best card for Thursday the 22nd of March. That's the most helpful for the majority of us at this time. So I trust 100% that the best card will find its way to the top. And we're going to go with this card for Thursday the 22nd here. Interesting. And this card hasn't come up for ages, card 41. I feel excited about this card. I feel like I've got the giggles now. It's card 41 called Light Codes, and it says incoming information, memories, and language. This talks about new energy coming in. Now, those of you who have been aligned with and following what I've been talking about over the last 2 weeks about the Kundalini activating, especially those of you in my Pillar of Light family, we've talked about that quite extensively in the reports and videos and posts and things, will know that we have reached the peak. Most of us have reached the peak of the Kundalini rising, and 3 days or so ago, it burst up through the crown chakra in this beautiful fireworks display of energy. And now we're back to the Kundalini resting in our base chakra, waiting for the next time it's inspired to upgrade our frequency. So now we're in a period of going through life, going through new lessons, new learnings, new understandings that are coming in, and new things that we're now stepping forward to experience so that we can learn from this period of time before our next testing period, our next upgrade. So this is about the new energy now coming in and filling up so much space within our body and within our life of stuff that we've cleared. This last couple of weeks has been intense clearing. Intense stuff has been stirred up and come to the surface. Stuff from decades ago, stuff from past lives ago has been stirred up in these last couple of weeks to come to the surface so we can let it go. So we've made a lot of room within ourselves and in our life for new energy to come in. And that's what it feels like it's doing for a lot of us on Thursday is this influx of new energy that's coming into us. And we might find we're quite inspired to step into new experiences, to start some new experiences, to learn something new, to bring something new into our life that we may be thinking about at this time. There's a lot of energy around this card connecting with writing, so we might be quite inspired to write our ideas down, write up a vision board for ourselves, write around our ideas that we've been inspired by over these last few days, and look at where these things want to take us now in our life. Not every idea is worth pursuing, so it's good to use our common sense and our experience to explore which ideas need to stay and develop, and which ideas may need to be released. Some ideas propel us into other ideas that are worth keeping, and we can ditch that first one. So not every idea is worth following, and that's where our wisdom, our common sense comes into play, where we can really think on that idea and feel upon it, write it down, and explore whether this is something that we want to go ahead with. So that's the guidance for Thursday. It feels really powerful, quite supercharged, and some of us might be feeling quite energetic, quite motivated on Thursday. So that's what I'm feeling. Now, if you don't feel that yet, or if you don't feel that for Thursday, please don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes we go through challenging time periods, and all that we can really do is just get through our day. So if that's the space that you're in, then that's probably what you might be best to focus on. How can I get through my day? How can I be gentle with myself to just survive today? Sometimes it comes down to that, and that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just the space that you're in at this time. So just keep that in mind always if you can. So now let's look for the best card for Friday, the 23rd of March. So Friday, we'll go with this card here. Oh, we've got the Stag, card 49. It says lost, alone. Oh, actually it doesn't say alone. I read that but didn't read it. Isn't that funny? Lost, help, guide, path, and discouraged. There's been a lot of stuff coming up lately, and I've done 3 healing events over yesterday, and so Tuesday and Wednesday, and a video as well. And there's a lot that's been coming up around our thoughts and how unsupportive they are at this time. So this is coming up again for Friday, that this sense that we may have moments, or we may have a day that's full of feeling lost or alone or discouraged, or thinking that we took the wrong path, we may have taken the wrong turn, that we're going backwards, and these types of thoughts may be coming into our mind on Friday especially, but at the moment, I mean, it's quite strong energy around this week. So our mind is, in some cases, not supporting our forward movement. And I talked a bit about this yesterday in that kind of casual chit-chat video that I shared on my Facebook page, that remember the ego, our little voice, our wounded self wants to hold us back, because that's by being wounded, by being hurt, by being low, by being sad, is what that part of ourselves needs to survive. It doesn't like us moving towards our happiness. And even the card for Thursday shows a lot of new energy that's coming in, but our ego, our wounded side, our shadow side, or whatever words you'd like to use to describe it, may feel threatened by the new that we're stepping into. And it's very normal. It happens all the time. If the more you become aware of your thoughts and your journey and the path that you're taking, and that you observe what's going on, the more you'll recognize that this little lower wounded voice is loudest just before we're about to step into something amazing for ourselves. It throws this big cloak of fear over this good thing that we're thinking about doing in our life. It makes that fear makes it feel like that's the biggest fear in the world. But when we start stepping through that fear and not listening to these wounded little thoughts that are trying to talk us out of something, and we push through that fear with courage, then we notice that thing that fear was covering is actually really quite life-changing and important for us on our journey. So let's remember to stay in our heart and really be aware on Friday that our mind may want to sweep us down a wallowing, sorrow, wounded path, a dark path, and that we really do have the choice and the power, if you like, to switch those mind thoughts around and recognize that these aren't supporting us right now. How can we step back, hit the reset button, and start thinking thoughts and directing our thought processes into a supportive mental state that is supporting our change and supporting the new that we're stepping into. And it's not impossible. It's not easy at times, but it's not impossible to change your thoughts. The key to it to begin with is to be aware. You need to be aware of what you're thinking so you know what thoughts are you so that you know what thoughts you do want to be thinking and what thoughts are supporting you and what thoughts are not supporting you at this time. The thoughts that tell you this won't be good, that you're not worthy, that you're not qualified, this is not going to happen, that person is not the person you think. All these thoughts are not supporting your change. So you can look at, once you're aware, you can look at kicking those thoughts out, really. Show them the door is what I like to do, and kick them out of my space I talked a bit about yesterday, and replacing that thought, the negative thought that's unsupportive, with a positive affirmation or something that supports your progression forward. Your heart knows. Your mind's going to clash with your heart, especially when it feels threatened, and it may do on Friday, so keep that in mind. But this is not the end of the world. This is not anything to fear. This is not anything to pull yourself down or into a dark space. This is actually quite inspiring in a way. And don't tell the ego that. Don't tell that our wounded self that this can be quite a motivator to make us become more aware of what we're thinking and make sure our thoughts are supporting us all the time and not just at this time. So let those unwanted negative thoughts go that aren't supporting you, and encourage yourself through positive affirmations so you can start reprogramming your thoughts. So that's the guidance for Friday, Stag. The potential of our thoughts not supporting us, but that we can turn that around. So let's let our heart be in the driver's seat and not our wounded thoughts. So I trust that makes sense for you. Thank you so much. I am now looking for the best card for the theme, actually. The theme for Thursday and Friday. And I think of the theme card as helping us see the bigger picture and helping us bring these days together. So let's see what the theme is. We've had sort of quite opposite energies already for Thursday and Friday. So very interested to see what this is here. We've got Healed, card 34, and it says golden light, wounds, blocks, dissolve. This is giving us the power to shift and heal and release and improve ourselves or find a solution. It's giving us the power to do that. It's showing us that we have the ability to help ourselves. That yes, wounds may still be coming to the surface for some of us, and some of them are kind of almost echoes or ripples of the intense wounds that we've been shifting during this Kundalini activation, or this intense period of transformation we've been going through, a lot of us. So we've been given the power to know that we can dissolve our wounds. We can dissolve those blocks and release ourselves from the ties that our past has on us, so that we can move forward now into our happiness and into our joy. If our physical body has been unwell, this is the physical body healing card as well, if you like. So some time of rest may be required, some time of really looking at our vitamin and mineral intake and looking at what we're putting into our bodies, what we're thinking that's supporting us or not supporting us. So very much physical assessment and mental assessment of what's stopping us now from moving forward into that beautiful new energy that's starting to come in. So let's do the assessment. Let's reflect on how our body feels at this time. I know for me, I've had to start bringing in new minerals into my body after my recent bodies need to repair. I've had to actually welcome in new minerals that I've never taken before, which are actually quite supportive right now. I might not take them forever, but at this moment, my vitamins and minerals are really supporting me. And you might find that that's something your body's really thirsty for at the moment, so that you have more energy to go about your just day-to-day activities, which a lot of us have been struggling to have the energy to do that, let alone go to work or look after people in our care. Just getting through our day has been tough at times this week. So pay attention to your body. It's such a finely in tune and highly sensitive instrument. It knows what we need. If you've been craving vitamin C, then bring some vitamin C into your diet. If you've been craving your greens, then eat more greens. If you've been craving a really nourishing soup, make yourself a nourishing soup. If you've been craving fish or seafood or red meat, your body needs something from these things. So trust in what your body is telling you. We've become so disconnected from our body that, it's important that we make time to reconnect with our body and its cravings, its need to survive. Our body wants us to survive, so it's going to crave these vitamins and foods and things that it needs to survive. So that's the guidance for the theme card for Thursday and Friday. Healed, releasing old wounds, listening to our body. So I trust that makes sense for you. These are my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and if you want to learn more about them, have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. If you've enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. If you want to learn more about the work that I do, if it resonates with you, my approach, my way of explaining or sharing, then you might find some great resources on my website. I've written 11 books. I've got a couple of card decks that I've released, all independently. I've never found through my exploration of mainstream publishers, and perhaps there's one out there that's not like it, but I've found them to be very much write for the market, write something that's going to sell, rather than write something from your heart. And to me, that doesn't match my truth. So my stuff might not be hip and in fashion and written for the market or created for the market, but I really don't care. I would prefer to create from my heart in a way that feels right for me. So thank you. So visit my website if you want to. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm about to go over to our Pillar of Light group and do a short video in there to chat about a couple of things. So if you're in our Pillar of Light family, keep an eye out for that in just a few minutes. I'm going to do it straight away. And I'll be back on my computer soon to read your comments. So thank you so much again for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. So thank you and namaste. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you. I've got to come up a bit. Thanks. Bye.